There we are. What to do, what to do, what to do. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's Doc from North America. Another fun-filled day. It's heading towards TGIF. And for some of you out there, you're already banging into TGIF. So let's see what we've got going on here. All right, let's get that down to there. Let's move this over to here. And we'll see what is brewing. Let's see, let's move that like that. There we are. Now, let's move that over a little bit like so. Moving things around. Look at the euro's kind of stalled, just kind of hanging. It's kind of firm. It moved itself up here last night or yesterday, and we're not seeing anything particular jumping out at us. Let's grab a mouse here and see what the other chart says. Let's see, where is it at? Other chart. Oh, other chart. Where are you? We're 1,000. There it is, like there. Dookie Day Forex. Excellent. There we go. So, it was interesting to see the euro slide into a sell, the cable slided into a sell. They lasted for about a day in there, and they're back out again. The dollar is, feeling the pressure. I guess they're selling dollars. I mean, the interest rate. Look at the interest rate. We have the 10-year bond down to a half. We have the 30-year bond trading at 119 and change. And what else is going on there? I mean, it's pushing some money out the door. We got metals moving up. Finally the gold has made it to all-time highs in the U.S. dollar, something that we've been talking about for about 4 or 5 weeks here now. So we were ahead of the curve. So not bad, eh? For a free webinar. Not bad. What else can we say about this, about that? Okay, that's the NASCAD. Let's go take a look at the euro on there. If we can find the right mouse. Oh, mouse. There we are. And it is there. You see, kind of just a teensy weensy little underneath. Nothing major. And the bouncy up. And weekly is firm as all get out. You see our new indicator here, which is pretty cool. I can't wait to see what that does. Let's see if we can compare the two. Now this has broken through the time manifold and the zero line. This has broken through what we would consider the zero line, which is the dashed line. And not overbought. Wait till it gets up through that purple. If you're following that through the J4X, I think that's the way to go. Consider that to be the overbought territory. In this case here, it went on. Look at it. Went on for a long while on both, going through zero lines and holding strength and lots of green, and it was well above it until the Bubba broke down in here, gave us a couple down days, and then right back up again. So it is a very, very good tool to watch now. And so what we're looking at there, as you can see, I'm going to leave the cursor on it. It's the bandwidth Bollinger Band. So that's really cool. Go, John, go. Go, John, go. And my favorite cameraman. And let's see, now what do we got going on here? Let's go over to cable, because I don't see anybody asking any questions. So it's going to be one of those days where I have to ramble about what I see, which is all right. It's okay. I got a rhythm I can go through. But it's always much more fun when people ask questions, because we discover new things, I mean, that is, oh, yeah. Hey, yeah. And there is Cabalaya. Now that didn't even go and touch the purple line. Played with the zero line. Very firm. And let's change that there. If we can get control of it. There. Cabalaya. Right there. Just by the hair of its chinny chin, went into a sell and right back into the buy. And look how high it is up in here. It doesn't even want to look at the weekly sell. Interesting, slow, steady action. I like that. ACTION. Action, action. We like action. Now, we are headed into the... Where are we at? This is August 6th. Is today August 6th? Ooh, let me check something. August 6th. I know there is a quantum physics lecture on where is it at? World Science Festival. When is that? Oh, that's tomorrow. Okay. So this should be very good. We're going to have Brian Green, I call him Graham Green, Brian Green, and Adam Reese. This should be very good. Some Q&A there. They'll be asking a question or two. Is it a big particle or a little particle? Okay. Now, let's drift over to the Turkish Lira. See what they're doing. I know that thing's been jacked up. Wow, we're rolling fast. Let's take a look at that Turkish Lira. Right there. There we go. Oh. Ow. Wow. Smack in the head. President, I guess we could call him the Prime Minister / President Aragon, who has taken this currency from 1.5 to almost 7.5. Woo, dingle. That baby is launching itself. Holy moly. Maybe all that nitrate was for Turkey. You know, maybe they were storing it there in Lebanon. I mean, everybody abuses Lebanon, right? And so I mean, boy, they must be scratching their heads about that one. How did they put something downtown that is so dangerous, and no one paid attention to it for 6 years? It's like, my goodness, don't you just feel bad for them? Don't you just feel like, oh my God, you know, don't you want to cry for them? They just they don't know how to stay out of trouble, do they? It's so sad. So, but it happens. That's what's happened. And so how does Turkey all of a sudden go lifting through the roof? What have they done now? What are they doing now that the product is trading up 26 handles? And let's go take a look at it on our work. Right there. Whoa, mama. So early start of the day, it was trading at 7.05. The low was 7.03 and a half, basically. And now it's trading at 7.25, is that? 7.25.6. Oh, what are you doing, Mr. President? Yowzer. All right. Not much to be said more than what we've been saying all along for over half a year. 35 full weeks now in a weekly buy. 7 days in a daily buy. Yow. I mean, let's look at it here. But, you know, it did that little bounce down. It's trying to bust through here. Unfortunately, it was a little lagging. You know, it's an unfortunate thing there. But this is a good tool. It is. It's a good tool. It's better than anything else you're going to find out there. Let's put it this way. This is the best public tool you can find. And so you can see here on Doc's work, it was no thank you, we're going up. But we didn't think that it was going to explode like this. MHB, the paint man, what's happening? I bought at 7 and up 250 pips. What's that, the Turkish Lira? Cool. I mean, it's a what are they doing now to the poor country? What's up with that? Oh, I did see a headline. What was the headline? You know what? Now you're saying that, I saw a headline 3 hours ago. What was that headline? It said something about Turkish Lira drilling and discovering, but on the wrong piece of property. Something like that. Is that what it was? Yeah, I did see that. I forgot. You know, it just said, you know, Turkish Lira, you know, being sold or something like that. I didn't think about it too hard, you know, but wow. Oops. So that whole slow dead point right here. Let's do that again. So that whole slow dead point was under the guise of maybe they have discovered oil and they're going to be an oil nation and they're going to be able to clean up their act and waste all that money on whatever they wasted on now. but at least now they'll have it instead of borrowing it. I see. Now, I thought there was a deal. I know I say this all the time. I thought there was a deal between the West and Turkey, and I thought the central banks were trying to prove to them that they were holding to the deal and the whole bit, but it wasn't that at all. It was capitalism. I don't think Aragon's into capitalism, is he? I did not trade the news. I bought it when it broke the long range. Yeah. Can you imagine? I've been 35 weeks in the buy in that thing? Is that crazy stuff or what? I mean, what is he doing to that country? Are they just like, it feels like it wants to go to the rand, like 12 or 14 or something like that. It feels like it's got that ruble trajectory, where one day it's 5, the next couple of weeks later it's 13. It has that feel to it. And then and every day I always think the yuan is going to be the same way, the Chinese yuan. It's like one day it'll be 8, the next day it'll be 17. Some of these currencies, and I guess, look at the dollar. The dollar's moved down from stratospheric highs, 100 and something, down to the low 90s. So, which is fine with me and a lot of other people. I said that to somebody in Chicago yesterday. They were like, yeah, manufacturing can sell. They'll be able to sell more things. So it's like, our dollar is so strong over here. And like I've said, we manufacture so much here that, domestically for domestic, that if something actually really went wrong with the dollar and the world said, oh, we don't like your dollar anymore, and it'd be like, okay, we'll just supply ourselves. And we do that. We have timber, we have oil, we have precious metals, we have it all. So it's not that much of a problem. It can become island America. But I don't see that happening, solely because the world would be starving at that point. Because, we produce 50% or 70% of the world's food, too. So, they're always going to want to buy something from America. What else can we say about all that? That's a very weird currency situation. It's the old fundamentals. Something Janos talks about. We look at fundamentals have become somewhat outdated. But we know that they're real still, but they just don't do what they used to do. They just don't have that, fun, Now look at that bid and offer. 24.85 bid for, 26.50 offered. Almost 2 full handles wide. That's a wild action there. Same thing in Connecticut. 24.85 bid for, 26.32 offered. So the same offers, just a teeny little bigger bid for the moment. Who knows? It'll go back and forth. So it just is what it is. Yeah, I guess that's about it. Oh, you bought it 7 days ago, yeah. Oh, when we went into the daily buy. Smart, because the math has been so hot on this particular product. It really does a good job on it. It really reads it well. And I guess when you're stuck in a quant world where fundamentals don't have much value, it makes sense to pay attention to the math, That is matter of fact, we put a thing up on cattle. You want to see something interesting? Look at cattle. It's past what they refer to as the let me see if I can find it. It's past the point of where they call it grilling season, where people cook at barbecues outside, And we put this up yesterday, Robin and I, on a magazine. A quick little article about it. And let me go show you. Let me entertain you. Let me make you smile. It's December cattle. And in a minute way, it has that same flavor. See right there? So it goes into the weekly buy back down in here in the 90s, the high 90s, like 99, 98 and a half. And it was in a daily buy, there first, and then a couple days later it gets into the weekly buy. And then the grilling season occurs. Everybody's figuring, okay, 4th of July, you can start to sell it. And we do. We get into a weekly sell here, and next week it jumps right back into the buy again. And the grilling season is over with, and then it's the asset inflation, be it soybeans, be it bonds, be it Boeing stock, be it Apple, be it Amazon, be it cattle. People are buying beef on the hoof because it's an asset people want to eat. So it's interesting, and you see it fundamentally turns up. It's been in the buy from there. Even when it went through the weekly sell, it refused to go into a daily sell. So you couldn't even take the weekly sell. You just couldn't be long. That's all for about 4 days, and then it goes into the weekly buy, right in here, and where's that? Right there, and you can ride it again, ride that cowboy, and then you can't get short. You can just take some profits here. So if you're a cattle producer, you definitely want to be paying attention to the quant side of analysis. Obviously, not the not the other way around. So let's see. Someone just dinged. Let's see who that is. The Jeff. So that is what it is. The quant side is so much more predominant nowadays. It's hard to look at it any other way. All right, let's close that out and close, and we will go gather up the something else to look at. All right, so that was Turkish Lira ripping through the roof. Let's take a look at right there again, and let's take a look at Canadian dollar. I did see another headline with the "we" thing. I don't know what Mr. Trudeau's gotten himself into this time, but I guess it's going to put some pressure on the. No, it's not. Look at that. It's moving down. So there's Canadian, and I do know we're in a sell for a day or two, aren't we? Yeah, 2 days in a sell. 3 is that 3? 3 weeks in a sell. The product has been drifting south. Look at it. It's coming down and breaking through the purple line here, and it's well through the dashed line there. And let's see if we can find it up on here. Where are you, Canadian? Oh, it's right here. Let's go to Dookie Day Forex. And there it is right there. And it's up a little bit firmer, but you see it's trying to bounce. We're already trying to do the little bounce, but we've been in a weekly sell since up in here. We've been in a daily sell there, and then we just grab that buy. Then we went into the buy there, and then we went into the sell there. So that pressure has been on the downside. Down, and where they go? Let's see. MHB, last 4 days, Aussie Cad not moving. What is your view on that? Well, let's check and see. Aussie Cad. How do you like that purple line we've come up with on the J4X? From my favorite cameraman, John Bollinger. Let's see. Canada. Let's see. Aussie Cad. Aussie Cad. There's Aussie Dollar. There's Aussie Dollar again. There's Aussie Cad right there. Activate. Do we have that on the spreadsheet? Which one do we have on the spreadsheet? Oh, we have Euro Aussie on the spreadsheet. Okay, well, look at that. It's been in a weekly buy for a while now. I think we looked at this yesterday too, didn't we? I don't remember now. Let's see. Let's widen that out on my work, and then let's do this too. Let's get this up on here. Aussie Cad. Right there. And on our new J4X tool, yeah, look at it. It's underneath. It's showing weakness there. And same thing on mine. See that there? We're playing with a volatility dot today. That's interesting. Let's widen this out. And you see we've been in a sell from here, but really didn't go anywhere. As much as it went down, it went up. And it's trying to lift back up again. You can see it's through the buy number now. So I guess there's going to be some buying. That's what it looks like if we get a close above. So let's see. What did you say? You said AOD not moving. What is your view? Yeah, it looks like it might try to lift back up again. Looks like we're battling to get into that daily buy. And if it gets into that daily buy, you've got a very good high percentage point, 8 point something to out of 10 that it's going to go up in value. Now the question is, how high does it go? You know, does it go to the moon like a Turkish Lira? Does it just go up? You know, some good ticks for 2 or 3 hours. You know, we have no idea what that. You know, we just follow it day to day to day to day to day, and week to week to week to week to week. You know, that's all we do is we just follow and confirm the numbers. And that's the success rate of it all, the math itself. Let's see, let's move that over a little bit like that. And so, yeah, it looks like you can see the green dot is forming. So I guess, you know, take a quick look tomorrow, and we'll keep an eye on this and see what it does. See if it gets moving even higher. Wouldn't surprise me any. It's been on a nice uptrend. Let's just look at it through J4X first. Yeah, look at that. Nice, big, long uptrend. And then we've been in a buy. Is that the one we do? Right there. For a while. So that's 2. That is 4. That is 6. That is 8. That is 10 full weeks right there. That's 12 full weeks there, and 14 there, and 16 there. We're going for 17 weeks. Don't we have that down at the bottom or something? Aussie Cad. No, we don't. We have a yen in there. Let's put it in there. Yeah, let's just put a new one in. AUDCAD. And was it 16 weeks? Was it 17 weeks? It's at least 16. So it's 16 weeks in a buy. Wow. That I guess we'll see. And then you can see on J4X, it's trying to become extremely oversold, extremely. But it didn't really go anywhere. What do you call it? Like price appreciation or price depreciation? Depreciation. You know, depreciating, going down, appreciation going up. You just throw the DE in front of it. And so without it going down in price and the math screaming all the way down to deeply oversold, you really want to see if this thing busts through the purple line. Woohoo! And as you can see on Doc's work, it's already doing that on a daily. We just need to clean up the dots a little bit. See that there? It's got a red and a green going on there. And this one's still a little red. We'll see. So that's what that is. I sold it at 96.09. Let's see, where's it trading now? 96.09. Oh, okay. So you might want to consider picking up some. Cover half. Just because of the volatility dot. You know what I mean? I mean, you never go wrong taking a profit. So you take half of it off. Or a third of it off or something. Take something off so that you can put a stop at the 96.07 or something like that. This way you made a third of the trade and make sure you don't lose on it. And that's a way to stay in business. Okay, and you can also watch this on the J4X. This is, I mean, if this thing finds its way to lifting up in here by the end of the day, and this thing starts to go greenish, you know you want to start thinking about covering, even if you're not able to see Doc's work. And then what you do is you'll tune in tomorrow, and we will take a peek at this again because you'll be here asking about it. Hooray for us. Hooray for all of us. And that's why I like people asking questions. We see things, we learn things, we develop things. Always remember, traders, there are no stupid questions in trading. There's just very short answers or extremely long answers or something in between. But don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Jump in. The water's warm. Cheaper by the dozen. All right. Where do we go from here? Let's go take a look at Canada. No. We're done with Canada. Let's go take a look at the dollar Swiss. And there we are. Pressure City on the downside. Couldn't get through the purple here, and now it's breaking what would be considered the zero line, or in this case here, the dashes. So let's see what this thing is doing. James T. Kirk. right there. So you can see there is that right? Weekly sell that long? I guess so. No. Yeah. You would think I would remember. Yeah, I guess so. 10 weeks in a weekly sell now. Okay. And let's see. I guess we could steal one of these little green things. I guess we'll put a green one in because it's easier to do that. So we'll go like that. So it went into the buy there. And we'll steal the red one there. Move it over. Went into the sell there. That was no fun. Couldn't buy it anyway, so that's a good thing. Because it was in a weekly sell. So you can't buy it. All you could do is cover a short at most. Or hedge something. But you can't so you offset something. So you're not initiating a new opening in a sense. You're just hedging. Okay. Now, it's not exactly, falling through the floor here. And the dollar was firming up. I wonder if the dollar's stalling out here a little bit. In other words, it's not making moves. Okay, dollar Swiss. I today analyze it was but at 85 to 86, 500 pips move there in it, but your opinion is valid. 85, 86 area. Where's it at now? Oh, was it trading at 90? It is, yeah. I didn't realize. I have so many opinions. I'm not contradicting each other, my opinions, but I'm trying to think. Did I say something about 85, 86? I do it in the heat of battle. I do it as a trader. I look at it, I go, oh, this thing looks like it wants to go to blah, blah, blah. So I said that, eh? So, yeah, I guess, and you can see here, that purple line is zipping up, but we are not getting price appreciation from it. And you can see here the white line is now moving down into J4X. So we're feeling even more pressure on it at that point. Let's take a quick long distance view of this baby. Oh, yeah, there we are. So it went and challenged that one. And then there it is there, too. It's challenging that area again. That's back to 2017. Trading around basically 91 there. All right, let's take a look at the Japanese yen. See how Mr. and Mrs. Yen are doing. Whoa, look at that. Lifting up here. And that is line 19. Oh, we need to move that over. There we are. So we can see 19. 7 weeks in a sell, 1 day in a sell. And let's go to the Chicago Quant and see what she says. So we jumped into a buy there, and now we are in a sell from yesterday. Let's try that again. So we're in a sell from yesterday. It doesn't seem to be doing anything with it, but it's just kind of hanging around there. The yen. I have no yen for the yen. Has anybody got any other questions? I love it. MHB, you got the floor, brother. Enjoy. You can say anything you want. Ask anything you want. No one else seems to want to play today with the Doc. Doc's looking for friends to play with. Me so sad. Okay. What else can we say about the yen? I don't see anything particular. I guess the dollar is kind of drifting down. I guess that's what that's all about. It popped up. All right. Now, let's drift over to... there's the Polina. I see those eyes, Polina. They're heading to the left. Yes, they are. I see that. You're looking towards the building. Trying to walk straight, are you now? Yes. Let's see, where's it at? Let's see if we can find it there. All right, now let's, where is it at? Where's Polina? There it is. Okay. those eyes are drifting towards the building. I see that. All right. Now, why gold? Why gold is only going up? Who is buying it at high price? It looks like, hey, Farcash, it looks like, all that tonnage that's been the arbitrage between spot and the futures seem to be, for some reason, being called, which is kind of rare. They've been doing that now for 3 expirations. I've been talking about it in some of the webinars. We can see that the, here, let's jump over to there. Let's go to gold. Yeah, they're right before the expiration of the gold, they're moving, thousands of ounces, millions of ounces to New York for the arbitrage. So I guess that's what it really is. I don't know if that comes under the category of, taking the money from Peter to pay Paul. That old saying, taking money out of the right pocket and putting it in the left pocket. I don't know if that really expands the metals market per se. It moves it from London to New York, and I guess at some point they'll move it to New York back to London. I don't know. It just bounces back and forth. But that's pretty much what it is. So I don't think you have to worry about it. I mean, it's not like it means much more. I guess if anything, there's just a mild panic going on in the metals market. Let's take a look at our metals research at Chicago Quant. You can see what it's doing here. It's playing with the, it's playing at the higher end of the range, treating the dashed line very solid, bouncing back up. You can see that, moved from the 19.5 to the 20.5. So that's pretty good, a 100-point move in the 6-day period. And then over there, there's platinum. Platinum is moving up to, up $1,000. So it's only discounted now by $1,050. Wow, can you imagine that? Platinum is $1,000 discount to gold. And then let's entertain you. Let's make you smile. And then what do we do here? We go with that one right there. There it is. So, you can see there, gold has been in a buy in the deck in the back month now since, it's gone in and out in the front month. I think in the middle of this thing, it went into a sell here for a week and then went back into the buy. But, here in the back contract, it's never made it into the sell. And this couldn't get into a sell here because we didn't have a blank bar or a red bar. We had a red and green bar. That's as much as we had the day afterwards. So we've been in a daily buy since the what is that? Little higher, the 1820s, 1830s, 1840s, 1830s, something like that. So it's gone up $200 since we've gone into the daily buy. So that's pretty much the name of the game there, really. That is what it is. That's right. Hippie language. We speak hippie-ese. So. All right. Now, what do we see here? We see the metals market overall, like I said, being moved. Not moved. The markets are both still in the same place. It's just that the arbitrageurs, which are the London traders, selling the New York market, which is the premium market, because it's a futures contract and forward contract, which has some premium. So if they can do the difference between the cost of moving the metal versus the amount of money they take in, then they will do it as an arbitrage. And that's what we're really seeing there is the arbitrage itself. Does that make sense to you? Also, the dollar is going down. Yeah, the dollar is going down too. So put the two together, It's cheaper. Is it cheaper? Let's see. You would think that would be the reason. The dollar's going down in value, so the gold is going up in value. I hope that all makes sense to everybody. Alrighty, let's take a look at Silverado. Something like not Bear Stearns, like J.P. Morgan or Morgan Stanley or someone came out and they said, oh, yeah, we're going to see $50 silver again. It's like, that'd be pretty impressive. Just $28 is exciting, you know. I think they done it, you know, when they did it back in 2010 or 11, whatever it was now, you know, that was the Hunt brother panic, and so they you know, they've taken that high out, and I don't know if they're going to see another high like that for a long while. I kind of doubt you'd see a $50 silver, but we thought we could get into the mid 20s, and that's where we are right now. That's for sure. And we've been, again, you know, we've been talking it here in the webinars. We've been singing it here in the webinars. We've been pounding our shoe like Nikita Khrushchev on the desk here for the webinars. And we've been posting stories in magazines that it's going there when it was at 116 and 115 and 114, not one, at 14 or 15. When it was at 1171, we were saying this is absurd. So we really do think that the elastic or the rubber band effect is having an effect on silver in its own way in that sense, because, you know, it's awful hard to believe that anybody in the middle of a world pandemic had the right foresight to go and sell silver at $11.71 4 months ago. Is it 4 months now? March, April, May, June, July. It's 5 months now. You know, so middle of March to early April is over 5 months. So who had that in the middle of a global pandemic in pure panic, had the crazy idea that they would sell silver to somebody at $11.71? Not I, said the rabbit. Okay, HMB. In pandemic and recession, people want to hold money and sell things like gold and other assets, but here it is jumping blindly. Let's take that apart. Let's see. In a pandemic and a recession, well, the two are two different things, though. In a pandemic, no, but in a recession, yeah, maybe. You know, because there's no inflation and money is needed. You know, they need it. They're holding it, like you said, like money, and they need to sell it, you know, so they can get you know, cash. So yeah, that makes sense. But in a pandemic, it's supposed to be a flight to safety. So you're supposed to be buying metals because you think the world is going to hell in a handbasket. And so that's more like it, you know. But no, I don't see it. That's the way I see it. I see in a pandemic you wouldn't be selling the metals and so forth. Now in a panic you see it, and that's what I think exactly happened. I think that there were liquidations from those hedge funds, or you know, that there were volatility funds and so forth. I think they were desperate to get cash, trying to stay in business one more day, one more week, you know, hoping something would change. And you know, sure enough, you know, things did change for the better. The volatility funds went out of business, and we don't see crazy volatility anymore, which is nice. You know, it's a positive thing there. All right, let's see. Where do we go from there? Oh, Farkash says rising inflation and dropping GDP. Hard to say. You know, I don't really see the inflation. I see asset inflation. That's the only inflation I've been seeing for years now, is asset inflation. So in other words, Whirlpool, the manufacturer of washers and dryers and things like that, you know, was a $30 stock and now is trading at like $130. Well, it's awful hard to believe that demand connotes that big a leap. But the thing is that they pay a dividend, they earn money, and in the end result is that they're up in value. And so Amazon or Apple are roaring through the roof. They're major productive stocks in the S&P 500. I mean, so there's an asset inflation. U.S. Treasury bonds are trading, the 30 years trading at 120, basically 119 and change. That's an asset inflation. But I don't see it like when I go out to buy milk or buy bread or buy, steak. Hell, I paid $4.99 for T-bone steaks over the weekend. It was a bargain. $4.99 for a pound of a T-bone steak. It was a good steak. The week before I paid $5.99 for Delmonico's. Now you can go out there and find $15 meat if you want a pound, the same cut. But I've paid grass-fed $6.99 of the same things. So I mean, I don't see it. Cars are not going up more in value. Gasoline is not rising. Real estate prices are steady. TVs, computers, so forth are all at the same price or lower. Cell phones are about the same. I just don't see the corn. Corn is not up. No, corn is having its issues. Let's see if I know we can get soybeans on here. Let's do that. Let's throw the soybeans on there. And then let's also, at the same time, see that there? It's rolling over with the soybeans. And then, let's see. And here is corn. I'll show you corn and soybeans. Now, what did I do wrong there? Open sesame. There it is. I needed to rub the genie container. So right there, here's September corn. It's just been moving down, We're in a daily sell for a bunch of days there. Weekly sell for 3 weeks now, is it? Yeah, 3 right there. See that? No, that's GBP. 2 weeks in a weekly sell. This is going on a third week. Soybeans have been in a weekly buy for 10 days. Let's see what it shows on here. Sewer beans, November sewer beans, right there. See, it's playing with the weekly sell there. See? Same game. And so that's what we're really seeing there. See, corn up? No. All right, so what do you think about AUD dollar? I went long yesterday, but now I'm in the red. Ouch. I'll wait a few more days just to see if I am hitting the stop loss. Let's see. Let's go check that out. Are we in a buy? I think we are in a buy. AUD spot, right? Let me just double check. AUD spot. Yes, we did go into a daily buy there yesterday. But we're in a weekly sell, so no, wait a minute. Where's it at? Oh, we're 16 weeks in a buy, 1 day in a buy. Okay, so at least it's on the right side of the math there. Let's go. Let's see what's doing here. So you are on the right side of the math. Showing a little firmness here, but nothing major. Now look at that. White line's trying to lift up. Looking okay there. And let's go find you. Where are you? Right there. Where are you? Right there. There it is. Yeah, we closed in a daily buy yesterday. We can put our little line in there. Like so. Let's widen that out. You can see it had gone a little bit higher, but it's kind of stalled at the moment. Where you can see underneath, our weekly buy is very firm. So, yeah, keep your stop where you need to keep your stop. And, we're in a daily buy. Maybe it'll lift maybe by the late afternoon today or something like that, we'll start to lift up a little bit more, and you'll be able to get. Let's see, when did you say you bought it? What do you think? I went long yesterday. Oh, yesterday. Okay. Yeah, well, they did spike it, and it's going to be a little challenge there. Let's see what we can do about this. As you can see on J4X, that high there is like a 7-month high, 10-month high. Look at that. It's like a 2-year high. You stepped up into, let's see, there's 19. It's past that. Second quarter of 19 right there. So where are we at? Second. So it's a 1.5 high, or at least a yearly, 52-week high. So you definitely bought the 52-week high, that's for sure. So there are other players out there selling that 52-week high. You have to hold on there. You got to be careful about that stuff. That's an odd mindset that occurs, but it does. In other words, when people are long them and it gets to like a 2-week high or 5-week high or 1-day high, if it's intraday trading, so forth, sometimes there's pressure on those things. So for cash, you stepped up at a tough time to buy. Maybe at the close of yesterday would have been better. Obviously, with our buy, get rid of the scanning thing here. Scan, go away. Not now. Shoo. Yeah. So right there was our buy, which is let's see. So 71.92. That's the close, right? 71.92. Yeah, 71.92. So that would be where our math would have said close. Where it said basically to buy it. 70, what's that? 71.20? What did I say there? 70.71917. So 71.92. And today's high is 72.16. But the problem is yesterday's high is 72.41. So you must be up in the 30s or 40s or something like that. So yeah, you got some pressure there. I was waiting for it to close down at 72.30 on a daily basis to confirm, but it came down, and now I am waiting for a trade. Okay. Yeah, well, right here seems to be a safe zone. 70. It's what is that? 71.90. Wait a minute, I'm confused here. 71.90. Yes, 92. Okay, yes. Yeah, so right in here looks. You can see in J4X, this is trying to lift through. You can see ours is holding up. It's curving a little bit, but that's the. This is the area right here, basically, of yesterday where you should have gotten long at it. Let's see. I guess I've answered both of those, right? Yes, indeed. And so that is that. Now, what's the next game plan here? Let's see. And just double checking something in an email I just got. There we go. Okay. So, that answers the Aussie. We were looking at gold. Did we look at silver? I think we did, didn't we? Did we look at silver? I'm not sure if we did or didn't. Let's go look at silver. I was just impressed with the idea that platinum got over 1,000. Hooray for platinum, huh? And gold is trading at 2,000. Oh my God. What a freak out that is. Who would have ever thunk? Okay, yeah. So, oh yes, I guess we did. We must have looked at that. So I did. I remember now talking about it. About the idea that I don't see the product, ripping to 50. I just don't. I just see a lot of strength in it, but I don't see anything more than that. Let's see. Oh, good. Yes, keep me in line. Yes, we did. Excellent. All right, now what's left to go after here? Let's take a look at some of the stock markets. Want to see that? Should we go to stock markets or should we go to oil? Oil was another one, just like the Aussie dollar. Let's just take a quick look at that. Aussie dollar, yeah, not Aussie dollar. Crude oil went flying up yesterday. Let's see, where is it at? Right there. And we'll put it up on ours too. Let's see, is it there? Are we there yet? There we are. Yeah, there's crude oil. Look at yesterday's action. You can see the same thing here on J4X. Nice big high. Up into the, what was that, the 43s? 42s. And then here, the high was 43.50. They exploded that yesterday too. So the oil went exploding up, and the Aussie dollar went exploding up, taking out 1-year highs. So I guess is there a good correlation between the two? What do you guys think? Let's see. Oh, Boeing. Yeah, we do Boeing. Here, you want to see Boeing? We'll do Boeing. Boeing. Open Sesame. Here comes Boeing. And then Farkash says, please tell me your opinion on the stock market. Okay. We'll take a look at Boeing. And we'll look at the stock market. So here is Boeing right there. See, it's in a weekly sell since here. It has slid down. You can see we are threatening the weekly buy number almost. The black histogram is plus, but the white line is not. We went into a daily buy 3 days ago, or yeah, I guess today will be the third day. So the product is lifting up a little bit right there. And caught the buy signal there. That was interesting. And the sell signals have been kind of, I guess you would call it like dribble. Not dribble, like drippling, you know, drip, not a drip, but like a trickle, like a very light flow. It doesn't really look like they're really pounding it too hard. Now, let us entertain you at looking at the stock indices. Here, let's look at Spider. Spider sat down beside her. There's a Spider. It's been in a weekly buy since, I don't know what that is. Where's the weekly buy? Let's get rid of that white line there. Where are you, weekly buy? We've been in a buy since April in this thing. So it's been just slowly cruising up. Every time it tries to get into a sell, it doesn't do too good a job about it. It does a daily sell thing like there and then climbs back up again. It's been a good, steady, slow climb up on the stock market. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. And let's do this over here too. Let's go to J4X and do the same exact thing. Right there. And see what our work looks like in there. Wow, look at that flat line to the purple. Huh? Whew. What is that telling you? Since April. Let's see what it does. In April, notice that, like, let's see, March, April's in the middle there. And that built that bottom in there, and it started to dive down, and boy, by the end of April, beginning of May, it has been buried. One time it pierced it here for that, and it's been a good support. You can see here we're marching along, and let's just take a look at, there it is right there, just down a little bit, nothing major. And let's see, what else can we say about that? Let's close that. So the action in the stock market has been, you know, I mean, was it NASDAQ yesterday? NASDAQ went to new all-time highs again. I mean, they're reaching, there's your asset inflation. You know, Apple and Amazon and so forth. Would you like to see Apple? Not Apple. I can show you both. Apple and Amazon. Stock combo right there. Here is Apple. Now it's been Went into the weekly sell there. No, it didn't. It was testing it. That's why it's dashed. So we can get rid of that. Cancel. We haven't updated that for a while because no one's looking at it. And then so we've been in a weekly buy now. We got very close to going after that. We've been in a weekly buy now for a while, since April also. See that there? Almost did. The histogram got minus, but the white line would not break it. And then a lot of chatter in there. You can see a lot of action back in and out, in and out, in and out. But not allowing you to go short. And now we've been in a daily buy since like here. I guess it's right there. Let's put that in there. We had somebody following it at the Chicago Quant website. So you see there. It's flatlined the last couple days. And then let's show you Amazon. These are the things that are carrying this market. Now Amazon finally is getting back into a buy. Right there. Had slid into the sell here. And then you had the earnings, which rocketed the thing. But you're in a weekly buy, so you can't take any of the shorts. That's the problem. So, you know, it's been holding in a weekly buy. Let's see where that's been in a weekly buy from. April also. It tried to play it here. Got very close once. They got low, but they didn't. Neither of them went minus. And then it's been plus all the way along. You can see the weakness and the hesitation. This does look like a like a bottom, doesn't it? Oh my God! Can you imagine that? Amazon looks like a bottom. Oh my God! All right, let's see. Farkesh says, "Tell me your opinion on stocks." I just did. Let's see. MHB says crude correlated with CAD, but these days NAS Aussie crude are moving on the basis of it. Yeah, right, exactly. And then from China and the C19, both are the real threat. Yeah, really. China is really destroying its brand name that it has built. They were benefiting enormously. Now they've really thrown themselves away. So, all right. This is Doc from North America. We will catch everybody tomorrow on TGIF. Thank you for coming and playing with me. Me so sad, but not anymore because everybody came in and played. All right, so we'll see. We will send you out with our song, and that is Happy Trails to You. Until we meet again. Happy trails to you, to our